and launched as an independent, because you certainly are a maverick.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Ecola Blue atmospheric water generator that produces pure drinking water right from the humidity in the air. No, this isn't science fiction. It's very real. I know because I use one every day in my own home, and it's available right now to you. Because you know exactly where your water comes from with Ecola Blue, you'll know what's in your cup. Clean, great-tasting water without all the pollutants. Get your family off the grid today by ordering your own Ecola Blue atmospheric water generator for your home or business. Their best seller, the Ecola Blue 28, produces up to 7 gallons of water every day. The Ecola Blue 28 is easy to use and economical. Generate your own pure water from the humidity in the air. This system is free of chemicals and uses a multi-stage filtration system, including reverse osmosis, carbon filters, and ultraviolet lights. Order now and claim your water independence today by calling Ecola Blue at 1-800-691-6043. That's 1-800-691-6043. Or visit Ecola Blue on the web at www.ecoloblu.com today. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi folks, this is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. Ladies and gentlemen, get your pens and papers ready. I'm going to give you James Traficant's address if you want to support him. He's completely penniless after 7.5 years in prison, solitary confinement, you name it. Before we go back to him, we support the patriots out there, and we also need your support as this platform to try to get everybody's voices heard and out there. We sell a lot of great books and videos at Infowars.com. This right now is our bestseller, Shadow Government, exposing the whole global police state grid they're putting in. We have this discounted at Infowars.com. Jesse Ventura's new book. You get it discounted and a free video, free documentary film of your choice at Infowars.com. Nobody else is offering this. Jesse Ventura, American Conspiracies, new book right now. How Weed Won the West, exposing government drug dealing and how they control the drug war. That DVD is now shipping that I'm in and consultant on. Available at Infowars.com. Fall the Republic, exposing how these big offshore banks control both parties. The Obama deception, all available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. If you want to support Mr. Traficant so he can get back on his feet and then get justice and go after the criminals that put him in prison, but that's how they bankrupt you so you can't defend yourself. It's 429 North Main Street, 429 North Main Street, and that's Poland, like the country, 429 North Main Street, Poland, Ohio, 429-424-514. So here's the address again, 429 North Main Street, Poland, Ohio, 44514. And I've studied his case. I've also studied Governor Don Siegelman's case. And back at the time when they railroaded him, we looked at it and said this is completely staged. Turned out U.S. prosecutors that worked for Karl Rove, he ordered it. They've testified to this now. Get him. They kept coming after him, investigation after investigation, all made up, lying. Then they threatened to indict one of his employees for something totally separate outside the Capitol and said, lie about him, we won't send you to prison. Basically, same thing happened to Mr. Traficant, Don Siegelman. Now, he got out after 9 months. It has been vindicated, and it's admitted it was a fraud. He was going to serve a decade. Not with Traficant. He was there 7.5 years, and they told him, and he'll talk about this in a moment, anytime you say you're guilty, we'll let you go. Now, so first they try to pull some medical scams on him. They put him in with the illegal aliens. They put him into gladiator school, medium, maximum security, high security. Continue, Congressman Traficant, with what happened to you in prison.
Well, at some particular point, you know, you made the statement that you have to stand on your own 2 feet and you have to be prepared for almost anything. And I had an awful lot of enemies in the prison system, and I didn't know exactly who or how someone might come at you. So you sleep with one eye open, Alex. But the bottom line was that I not only did that I developed what I consider to be a firm resolve. And one thing Nelson Mandela said, you never really know a country unless you go through their prison system. And that's one thing he was exactly right about. You see the other side of the United States of America. We've got such crippling problems. But I survived. I was not afraid to survive. I told them where they could shove that pardon, because I certainly wasn't going to admit to something that I didn't do. But very few people know is that before that trial, the Northern District Court, federal court system of Ohio, passed a rule that if you got a judge from a particular area, you got a jury from that area. And it would become the Traficant rule, because basically nobody in my congressional district was eligible to serve on my jury. Second of all, the judge made my witnesses testify in open court under the threat of perjury to her outside the presence of a jury, and they told her the truth. No one was charged for perjury, but she did not allow them to testify to the jury. And 4 of those people said that of the 7 people who testified against me, they had admitted to somebody close or whomever who had confided in me that they lied so they wouldn't go to prison themselves or have their wife indicted or their kids indicted or their company taken away, et cetera, et cetera. 4 of the 7, she didn't allow it to go to the jury. Now we find out after the trial was over, one of the key witnesses against me, who was perjured himself in my trial because he was caught perjuring himself in a previous trial, that the judge's husband had a relationship business-wise with that family. I mean, this thing, it was so abusive that it speaks out. But when you're the number 1 target of the Justice Department, the number 1 target of the American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee, Alex, you have nowhere to turn. You got to stand on your own 2 feet and hopefully outlive it and come back and try and do what you can about it.
Now, Congressman, let's break this down, though. The type of threats you got when you were in Congress, and how you got set up. There's this crisis of confidence now because police all over the country, in every major city of Texas, just as an example, have been caught planting drugs on people to take their property. It's now standard procedure. They admit they have informants lie on the stand about political enemies they have. I mean, they can put anybody they want in prison, but the public now knows it's a fraud. It's like the death penalty. I'm for the death penalty at a grassroots level if they catch somebody who's murdered a kid. The problem is more than 1/3 of those on death row, it's been proven with DNA, are totally innocent. We know that the system is so corrupt you can't trust anything they say or do. But briefly, because I remember seeing it in the news, the hell in the 7.5 years, I know as a man you don't like to talk about what happened to you. You just want to be tough and ignore it. But people need to know the type of persecution. I mean, tell us more of what happened in prison.
Well, you're under constant threat. With me, I did months and months after end in the hole in isolation because they said my attitude. But basically, they were trying to break me. And I survived all that time in prison. I never even acknowledged the presence of any of the wardens. I couldn't tell you their names. I just kept them in my
Hold on a minute. Let's go back over this. So explain it. They said some little punk jail guard, some sadist, has this congressman this icon, and they're